I don't work on a whole lot of requests for proposals, but I was working on one last week. As I worked through the proposal, my words kept drifting back to the same thing: implementation. Let's have ourselves a pocket sized pep talk, and you'll see why I tend to get a bit carried away with this word.
A Pocket Sized Pep Talk, the podcast that can help energize your business and your life with a quick, inspiring message. Now, here's your host, Rob Jollis.
When you spend a few decades doing something you love, you build a reputation. When you speak for a living, there isn't a lot of debate as to how well you do it. As I've always said, when you do a great job, everyone knows it. And when you don't do a great job, everyone knows it. I have a career built based on reputation. That's why it took me by surprise to be sent an RFP, or request for proposal, from a large client who I've done work for many years, actually. I realized, however, that they were gathering proposals for a much bigger job, so I sharpened my pencil and I got to work. The RFP was a vast array of questions. Some dealt with how the programs I was proposing were to be set up. Some dealt with how to bring management on board. Some dealt with what would be needed when the training was completed. I started to get a little bit anxious because almost all of my answers drifted back to the same subject: implementation. Setting up training? Well, the key to any training program is the delivery of a measurable process. A measurable process allows those in attendance to leave with a repeatable, predictable method for doing his or her job. This is critical if a company wants to have a realistic opportunity to implement what is being taught. Bringing management on board. Well, successful training comes from the top down, and that means management must attend the training that's proposed. It doesn't mean audit training or observe training. That means management must roll up their sleeves, check their egos at the door, and go through the training. This sends the correct message to the field force. If management truly supports the training, it's important for everyone to see management participating in the training. It also means there's a far greater chance the training will be implemented. What happens when the training is completed? It's not a question that should be asked when training is completed. It's a question that should be asked before the training even begins. The easy answer is to create an intelligent follow-up program. More difficult answer is to create a game plan that includes a path to implementation. The reason why so many companies conduct training but never see a follow-up program to the training they've conducted isn't because one doesn't exist. It's because the company never implements the initial training that was delivered, and they never make it to the follow-up program. Remember this: a good follow-up program doesn't reteach what's already been taught. It takes what's been taught and moves it to a deeper level. I'm a firm believer that it's not how hard you work to implement, but rather how intelligently you work to implement. The RFP I worked on had a total of 27 questions. I used the word implement in 18 of the answers I provided. So maybe I'll win this contract. Or maybe I used the word implement one too many times. What I do know is this: if training is not implemented, it's a failure. Who's responsible for this failure? The responsible party is the consultant who proposed and delivered the training. Quite frankly, what else matters if the training that is conducted isn't implemented? Oops. There's that word again.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, please rate and recommend it on iTunes, Outcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information on this show and Rob at jollis.com.